I share what I'm listening to and my thoughts on music and the business daily for free at helloyassine.com. What's poppin', y'all? I don't know if y'all have noticed, but I have noticed, but they've been not kicking off actually. They've been preheating. You got to get the oven hot first before you start to put the dishes inside, or actually put the meal inside, the meat, whatever you want to call it. So Jack Harlow, he's taken a period off. So he dropped Jackman, which was a solid rapping project. But in the midst of that, there wasn't that high-end promotion within hip-hop that we saw. Like we saw him on the Call Her Daddy podcast, that Whips Chains song. That was a number one, Lovin' On Me. That was also in the top 10 for like forever. Crazy radio play song. It really broadened Jack Harlow. And he was practicing his acting for about a year or two. So we've been off of Jack Harlow. And it's not that we just haven't been paying attention to him as well. He hadn't dropped much for us to pay attention to, and he was just focused on other things. So recently, I knew for a fact that they were getting up to something because I posted on my Instagram. I was not commissioned to post this. It's illegal if I lie. I was not commissioned to post this, but I saw this and I said, oh man. Follow me on Instagram, by the way, at helloyassine. And it said, Jack Harlow was spotted having a solo Valentine's Day dinner in New York City. Now, we know what's going on here. Number one, the person could have just gotten up and left. Number two, Jack Harlow looks really, really focused and dialed in. And number three, man, we know what happened here. Someone on Jack Harlow's team was like, the person that was having dinner with Jack, if I was going to be honest, if this was me, I'm telling Jack Harlow to go to dinner with somebody or something, and then the person that he's having dinner with is the one that goes, sits in another seat, and takes a picture of him like he's alone, and then they continue having dinner. And the reason for this is they're heating Jack Harlow back up. They're preheating the oven. He just He just dropped another song recently called Set You Free. The first one was Tranquility about a month ago where he was rapping on that thing. This one, it's a little bit of a mix. He's rapping, but it's very unique instrumental. And, man, one of the bars I loved on here was last project I was giving you conceptual. Next project I'll be giving you exceptional. And in the previous song, Tranquility, he talks about how his last album, or his first album, or he basically said he didn't drop a classic yet. Number one, I mess with Jack Harlow. The first album, yeah, it was lackluster. The second one, I think it was solid. But he's right. He hasn't dropped a classic yet. He's just such a likable guy. That's number two. And number three, part of this video is to shine a light on Jack Harlow because the guy's making great music. But it's also to put in front of you that great music is not enough. Because Jack Harlow, this guy's had multiple number ones. He's been at the top of the rap game. We were always talking about him. And now, despite the fact that he's released multiple good songs, like Hello, Miss Johnson was before Tranquility. That was a couple of months ago. So every month, he's been dropping at least a song. And this is a guy that was at the top of the game, just like last year. Within hip-hop, he was at the top of the game a couple of years ago. Even had a song with Drake. And that's not enough to capture mass attention. So especially for people that think like, oh, I just got to drop some good music, and you're not lit, and you were never lit, man, that is not enough anymore. Now, it's enough when people discover you, but this is also so you can be cognizant of the fact that later this year, if we see nonstop Jack Harlow, and Jack Harlow's suddenly all over your feed, and this goes for any rapper. Remember Lil Durk? Crickets? Yeah, everybody was talking about what Lil Durk was doing every single day. Lil Durk is shooting buckets in New York City at the same indoor place everyone goes to. We saw Sheck West there too. I forgot what the name of it was. But this guy's shooting buckets one day. Oh, he's eating at this restaurant the next day. And you're like, yo, why the hell am I hearing about every single detail of Lil Durk's life? Well, that's what promo and marketing is. And if you think that everyone is just paying attention to every little detail that these people are going through, then pay attention to the downtime when there's no benefit to be had. For example, Lil Durk, his music is going to keep streaming. Why are we going to spend money? And what are we even going to spend money on marketing Lil Durk for if he's in prison right now? And not in prison. He's in jail, awaiting trial. He's fighting a case. There's nothing new unless there's music dropping, which there isn't. So his music's going to continue streaming. It's not going to cost us anything. No reason to spend the budget. If he gets out on bail, then you're going to start seeing a bunch more stuff. Take into consideration Young Thug as well. Now, we've seen Young Thug a couple of times, but that's because there's still this hype after he was released. And it's been almost 4 months since he's been released, and we haven't seen any new music from him directly. So with Jack Harlow, they can't just start slapping Jack Harlow in front of you everywhere. It's going to be jarring. Like, yo, what the hell? Why am I seeing Jack Harlow all of a sudden? Like, who's behind this? But you got to feed him a little bit. You can't just... You just got off a fast, right? You got to break it with some bone broth. We can't just slam a steak in front of you with some eggs and some potatoes as well. Some sweet potatoes, of course. Can't just have the regular potatoes, right? No mayonnaise on that either. Hold that. So with Jack Harlow, I want them to prepare a new rollout. So when I start seeing Jack Harlow all over again, and you guys start seeing Jack Harlow again, pay attention. If you haven't checked out this song, check out the song. Nobody's telling me to do this. I just like good music, especially from an artist whose catalog of singles, at least, I can get behind. Jackman, I'll run that project from top to bottom. But the first project, I'm not running that top to bottom. I do mess with that song with Pharrell, that Movie Star. That was the first song on that project where I was like, yo, this one's a banger. And it did very, very well. So Jack Harlow's coming back into hip hop. We're gonna see a collaboration from Jack Harlow soon with some rapper. I don't know who it will be, but expect that. And also, this is a point to make that if artists aren't on tour with each other, they aren't. The only artist right now who's also getting marketed, if you believe that everyone's just paying attention to him just because, okay, keep believing that, is Playboi Carti. That's the only rapper I would say that isn't doing anything affiliating with other people, although Ye is affiliating with them. He just posted a tweet the other day posting something about music. You're seeing billboards about I Am Music, which is Playboi Carti's album. We're delving a little bit too far into Playboi Carti now. Circling back to Jack Harlow. Jack Harlow, he may need to catch a hit. I think right now he's just tossing out feelers. Like Tranquility, that wasn't going to become a hit. That's a real hip-hop, rapping, reflection song, the music that people claim that they want to hear, but they won't turn into hits. Okay, it's like the people that want to change hip-hop and say that Kendrick Lamar is shaking everything up. All right, well, you better stream Jack Harlow's Tranquility because that's the type of hip-hop you want to see. Is Ebro spinning that one? Is Ebro spinning Tranquility by Jack Harlow or not? Did he just talk about it for a day or two and then go back to doing whatever he was doing and calling Drake a sickness? But this is also an open opportunity for Jack Harlow. Because remember when people were saying, oh man, Jack Harlow's just like Drake, even though there is significant influence there. Hey, everybody's hating on Drake now, so you can be the likable Drake. It's a great opportunity to strike. But let me know what you guys think about this in the comments. Let me know what you think about the song in the comments as well. Would you like to start seeing Jack Harlow again in the mix? And in the mix as in, I think he's going to, I'm guessing a Jack Harlow tour 2026. That's my assumption. An album by the end of the year. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. Like and subscribe and hit the notification bell if you enjoyed. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Go to helloyassine.com. Thank you for watching. Peace.